And there are three questions that I believe demand answers. What is the meaning of human sexual intimacy? Second, what thoughts, hopes, and ideals about this do young people have? And three, how does the language that we use help or hinder teens in understanding intimate relationships? Two more questions we should be asking. How would tapping into youth idealism empower teens to see new possibilities for their lives? Now, we're teaching in urban school districts, and we're teaching in school districts where people think those kids are not interested in marriage. And it is true that many of these young people, their parents are not married for various reasons. Bernard Fasani and Peggy Cowan from New Jersey, we met with the Health Commissioner of New Jersey and the Education Commissioner. And the Education Commissioner, Lucille Davies, said, well, I teach these things to my own son, but we really can't teach this to those kids. And basically, the reason that Governor Corzine rejected Title V abstinence funding was because he felt it would make young people whose parents are not married feel bad if we mention the word marriage and monogamy. I can say a lot, but I'll just let that go. Another question, does agenda-driven safe-sex education short-circuit these important discussions by offering magic bullet solutions? Are we missing the idealism of young people? In 2007, MTV Associated Press did a poll, and they found that 96% of unmarried youth and young adults ages 13 to 24 disagreed with the statement that marriage is an outdated institution. 92% they definitely or probably would get married someday. Instead of engaging this interest in marriage, education that discusses the benefits of marriage and delaying sex for marriage is banned in California, as we heard from Susan Bisbee before, and defunded in many states all over the country. So what message do terms like safe sex and protected sex give to teens? And are we being honest when we use these terms? In our program, if I hear one of my presenters use the term safe sex or protected sex, they're in trouble, because just using those terms, we're lying to people. I consider it lying, and you hear people use this all the time, even people who should know better. Even Doug Kirby and other health experts, they use this terminology all the time. So the language itself is perpetuating a falsehood. What about university-sponsored conversations urging incoming freshmen to make sure that the condom is on before the penis touches any of 3 openings to the female body? This was a Harvard University brochure called Empowering You. And what is it when the first conversation that a young person entering college has about the man-woman intimate relationship is this conversation? And there's a hardening of the young people and their attitude and their understanding of this important, central human relationship. It's being coarsened. We all know that. What about when 6th graders in Portland, Maine are given condoms without their parents knowing about it? What message what's being said to them? This is an activity that we, the school authorities, believe you are mature enough to decide to do at age 12, and your parents do not need to be involved in this decision. That's what's being said. Now, what are our schools not saying to youth? We will not discuss what meaning sex has or whether it should be part of real love and lifelong commitment. The only thing that we're concerned about is whether you use a condom. What is the message? The message is that sex has no meaning. This is a war. It's not just over whether abstinence education or comprehensive sex education is going to be given in young people. This is a war for the meaning of love and the meaning of sexual intimacy. This is way beyond whether, I mean, yes, we want our programs to be shared with young people, but this has to do with the destiny of our country and our cultures.